Hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Amjour, On My Mind Journaling and More, and this is the Morning Coffee Journaling Club, aka After Supper Journaling Club, Early Morning Weekday Journaling Club. This is the summer hours of the Morning Coffee Journaling Club. We opened up our camper last weekend, and so recording is going to be as I'm able to fit it in. Weekends that we're not running here and there for family things or school things or what have you, we will spend the good majority of the rest of the weekends down there kayaking, fishing, summer stuff, you know. So tonight, this is Wednesday evening, but tonight I want to get a couple of things done. It is April 2nd, and I have finished gluing everything in the March signature in my 365 journal. So it's time to put in the April signature. I think last time we kind of picked out papers. I have not been able to get back to it since then, but I knew there were certain things, papers I wanted to have on certain days. So I spent a lot of time kind of resorting things, and I think I have it perfect that I have some ledger paper in here for tax day. I had some bunny paper, I believe, for Easter, and this dance recital paper for my granddaughter's dance recital. And then I found, there were some cute boots. For whatever reason, they're in here somewhere. Well, here they are. This particular page, I wasn't even going to use it, and then I saw these boots. And so April 22nd is Earth Day, right after Easter. And isn't that perfect for Earth Day? So I like to recycle. So journaling here like this kind of feeds that, because I'm reusing magazines and some kind of junk. So we're going to sew this signature in, and then this is what I ended up with for the corset closure. And I put in all of these. I don't know what they're called and I haven't looked it up on my Amazon account, but these are the rivets that you would see on lace-up boots. So this will close it, it'll cinch it up. I bought some boot laces to kind of weave that in and out. Let's see, and it'll go like this. And then there'll be another one to go around the other way. So I don't know if I like the shoelace or if I still want to try to find some leather cording for that. But I am so excited about this. This was a recycled pair of jeans. I went to our local thrift store or Goodwill, specifically looking for a pair of jeans to cut up. And although I bought some of the kind of gold color thread, you can't really see it because I don't think I did this on camera with you, but I added this cool lace, and it actually makes it look like a real corset. Nothing is sewn down other than the seam that I made on either side of the corset. So this lace is held in with that seam stitch. Everything else is just pinned. So I want to, I think I shared, I'm not good at sewing. I don't like sewing hems or seams, or I like doing fun stuff. So I cut out the pockets, not the box, excuse me. This was some embroidery on the legs of the jeans, and that was my original idea. It didn't work because I wanted to be able to see the embroidery. So I literally cut it out, and now I'm going to glue it down. And I even pieced a piece on the back. So that'll get glued down with Fabrifix. If we can get to it tonight, I'll do it on camera. If not, I'm going to try to squeeze it in before the weekend to get it done, because I'm super excited about this. I like trying new things. So that's just a little update on that. Maybe we can get to it. But the other thing that I really want to do tonight is finish up. Here she is. I'm not going to zoom out, but you can see how chunky she's getting. I have the January, February signatures held together with some binding ribbon, and I've finished up March. Let's get this opened up. I finished up March. Everything's glued in, but a lot of the journaling still needs to be done. So that's the last wish list for tonight, is to be able to get to that. And this is where the April signature will get sewn in. And I already know, you see how the pages are popping out, because when you put the pages in, they come out. Oh, I'm covering it up. They come out and take up more space. So, and I have little things stuck in here that's extra that I want to include. But even when I tap that in real good, these outside pages are going to hang out. I may leave it like that. You can see, as long as it's not going to hurt the fold here, I think I might leave it, because these pages are smaller. They're smaller to work with, and I am struggling with that, I have to say, with the smaller size, and it's 1 page per day, so it's not even a double page spread. So if I leave that kind of spread out, I need to get those, there it is. Each page, instead of taking, let me show you my template. Instead of cutting it down to size, all the pages after they're put together, I'll lose all of that. And I don't know, it might make a difference to have that little bit of an edge. Plus, this is a fold out, so I don't want to cut that off. Same with that ledger paper. So I think I'm going to leave it as is. And I've already kind of tested it out. It's not going to hinder the signature, or, the folding of the book. So this will fold in, this will stick out on this side, and it'll be just fine, even when I put that corset closure on it. So that's the plan. I'm going to take this out because I want to get it clipped in, or clipped together, excuse me. I make sure I remember which way is what. Yeah, the bunnies, look at those cute bunnies, but I want to make sure I don't put this in upside down. So in order to keep everything the way it needs to be, I'm going to clip it, but I need to, again, kind of scooch everything into the center. But now I have these little tip-ins that I planned that I want to keep. Like this is the center, and I had to have the journal or the ledger paper in the center because I wanted it for tax day, April 15th. So I found this cute little image or small piece of note paper that just, I like the colors together. So this will, it kind of makes it look cute. It's not included in the number of pages, so it's an extra. But what I need to make sure is when I sew this signature in, here's my binding that I'm saving. I need to make sure that this tip-in gets at least 2 points on this binding. So I'm going to, let's see, so that'll be here and here, and that'll be a little loose. Let's see if I push it up just a little. Nope, see that won't cover it. So I want it to hit, the binding to hit at least 2 points. So I think that'll do it. And I am going to use some Post-it notes to kind of hold it in place while I'm binding it together. That should do it. You know what might work better? Why didn't I think of that? Let's use some washi tape instead. Why not? I have a whole drawer of washi tape, and I always forget to use it. So let me make sure that didn't shift. Here's 1 and 2 points. Okay. So I will washi tape it here and here to keep it there. Now I think there's a few more of those that I need to make sure, again with the half pages, but I like the bunnies. I'm not using my wireless microphone because I can't remember if I charged it. So if the cord keeps coming into your the recording screen, here's the other one. This is going to be some sort of pocket. So let's see here. Ooh. How about that? Is that going to work? Almost. Let's see. I think that's going to do it. So I'm going to washi this down. Oh, I like the way that looks against the bunnies. There's that side. Slip this down. These are the dates. This was me trying to figure out. I wanted the bunnies on Easter, the boots for Earth Day. It was fun. It was actually harder than I thought. Now, I wonder why that's up so high, but I think I want it here. Let's just make sure. 1, 2. Yep. Okay. I like this lady. This is another magazine page. I just don't want it to slip up or down because I need it to have that point of contact on when I sew in the signature. I think that's it. Let me just double check back here. There's this one. This one, this one. I hope that works right. Nonetheless, I'm going to go for it. And then kind of squish it in there. Make sure everything's playing nice. And clip it together so it doesn't move around while I'm trying to get it sewn in. So I have some new followers thanks to my granddaughter. She is funny. She really gives, I just love her. I love her to death. And so she thinks she's helping me out by telling all of her friends to tell their mothers to follow me. So if you're one of those friends, welcome. I'm very new to this YouTube thing, but I'm enjoying it. Somebody had asked me locally here, if you're one of those friends, you know what local it is. They wanted me to teach them what I do with my junk journals. So that's kind of how this came about. And so now I have a little helper, a little, what would you say, a marketing person. I think that's kind of cute. I love her to death. She's funny. She heard me say at one point I wanted to get to 500 followers or subscribers, and so she's like, I'm going to get you there, Grandma. And so we'll see. All right. Okay. That's that part. Now, all I got to do is attach this. Make sure the T is at the top. And I wasn't going to, but you know what? I better. Just in case something slips, I'm going to clip this in as well. Okay. And then this is an old directory that a friend gave me. She gives me things, recycled things from time to time. She knows I like to use them in my journals. So I just use it to help me bind in my signatures into my journals. So in the center, I just open this up to give me something to put this into so it goes down smoothly. And then I just make a hole, poke a hole right through it for when I sew this into the book. That's it. I keep the yellow pages. I'm like, I really want to do something with one of the yellow pages. And I don't know what yet, because we don't use phone books anymore, do we? All right. Now, the hard part is going to be maneuvering, because if I remember, I did have a hard time putting in the March signature. Let's see. Nope, that's not big enough. Maybe one of these to hold it together. Hopefully. All right. Oops, I gotta take this off. I don't want to sew that in. All right. Not sure if you can see, but this is just waxed thread. Let me get my scissors out. There we go. Waxed thread. And a needle. I'm literally going to sew in the pages of this book. Which, if you've made journals before, this is just how I do it. There's a million ways to do this. And fancier stitches. I'm actually going this weekend to a journaling retreat, and it's not what you're thinking. It's bookbinding and calligraphy. And so I go in through the center. This is a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, I think is what it's called. And normally I would make this a little tighter as I go, but because of this book, I'm having to do it a little bit funky. But I'm determined to finish out this yearly journal, 365 journal. Ouch, I just stabbed myself with that needle. Owie, owie. Okay. There we go. Now, I don't want to pull it through from the bottom. I need this tail. But now, this, if I remember with the march, this was the tricky part. That and this going back through the center. Because I'm having to work with this standing up. It's not the way I learned how to do this. All right. So there's that. Now I have to come back through the middle and make sure I don't split the thread in the signature part that I've already done. And so I'm going to have to bring this through like this. And so I can see, again, because this is having to stand up. There. Okay. I don't know if you could see much of that because it is standing up, but I'm getting ready to lay it back down. Take this off. All right. Let me put this needle away before I lose it. Okay. So that's in. I haven't tightened it down yet. Let me see if I can show you the back. So I want to make sure I tighten these up on the back here, right here. And then I'll tie them in. So I also need to make sure that one of these is on the opposite side. I cut my nails. I can't do anything the first couple of days after I cut my nails. It's crazy. There we go. No, get back under there. Look at this. Oh, there. Okay, so now I make sure, all right, I want to make sure it's nice and tight on the outside. It is. And then I'm just going to tie a knot. 1, 2. There. Now, you can keep these long if you want to, but I haven't done that in this book. Sometimes you can tie a little charm. Actually, that might be kind of cute. I wonder if I have a charm for April. I am going to leave it a little longer. I might change my mind and tie a little charm to here so it dangles in the center of the book. I can always come back and cut it later, but if I cut it short now, I don't have the option. And that's that. April signature is in the book. And take out all these clips. And then what I need to do is kind of train it in here as best I can. So this will be like the cover page, maybe a pocket or something. What's happening here? Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a short page. 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10. Oh. Let me see if I can get this washi tape off. Please don't rip my page. Wouldn't that be something? I actually like how that looks. So I'm going to leave that washi tape. Let's save it. Might use it. So, this has to come off too. Lost my count. 10, 11. This is extra. This is extra. And this is 12. And 12 is the dance recital. So here's the dance page. Okay. 13. Now this is a really large flip out. This would be 13. Here's the 14. 14. And then this side would be the 15th or tax day. Yeah, I like this polka dotted washi tape for April. Okay, so the 15th. Here's another long flip out. This would be the 16th, the 17th, 18th, yeah. This is the extra, right? (15, 16, 17, 18). Maybe I do have to count that. Or this number is wrong. This I thought I could make into a cute little pocket. If that's right, that would be 20, which is Easter. Yeah. 21, 22, here's the Earth Day. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and just a back page. Whew. I did it. If you could have seen how many times I had to move these pages around. I'm not going to keep this. I have a whole roll of it, but I do like the way it looks. Okay. So we've got April. And let me check the time. Yeah, so unfortunately I'm not going to get to record the corset closure, but I am going to glue down this and let it dry, and I'll bring you back for it. So I'm going to work on journaling, finishing the actual journaling in April. But I wanted to show you So in April, well, actually, honestly, since September, I started doing a journaling prompt every month. And the first month I did it, I thought I could do it every single day. That was too much. And so I landed on 5 per month. And so this month, and this is all pulled randomly, I printed a bunch of prompts over the years from Pinterest or various places, and I cut them apart and put them in a bag and randomly draw them out. And so for this month, the March creative journaling prompts was your favorite animal, playing card, opposites, fold out, and butterflies. So they're all in here. I think I've recorded some of this with you, like this altered playing card. I made it into an altered paperclip playing card, or altered playing card paperclip. It's just the joker of a playing card on a paperclip. And I thought that was cute to start the month of March with a joker. And let's see, I have these pages flagged. Here's the other one. This one is the flip out. This was my trip to San Antonio fold out. And so I had, some maps and all kinds of things that I wanted to include in my journal. And so I made this fold out so that I can include as much of that ephemera as I could. And so some of the journaling still has to be done. I made a little pocket in here and tucked in some things I purchased along the way. Whoops, goes this way. So that was a work trip. And that's this. I have these pages marked. Let's see. This one is, butterfly. Now, this is not my original idea. I saw it on Facebook. I don't have the name written down anymore, but when I saw it done, I wanted to do it. So all it is a little fold out that it's a closure, so some hidden journaling, and then the butterfly. So it's butterfly paper, and then this butterfly slides up to hold it closed. Isn't that cute? I think that is so cute. Not my original idea, but I don't have it written down. I had it written down because when I mentioned it the first time, I wanted to make sure I gave that person credit, but I do not have that paper anymore. So then this one is opposites. A lot of times I will take a photo and manipulate it in like a photo editing program. And so I edited this picture, I flipped it around, and then duplicated it and colorized it. There's a photo I posted on my YouTube channel if you want to see this bigger. So that was a lot of fun. And then this is your favorite animal. And this is some of the journaling I still have to get done. And this is, you can see the 27th and the 28th. But I really liked this magazine clipping that shows this dog with the sunglasses and a woman with sunglasses riding in a convertible car. And Scruffy is my therapy dog. I've had him, I think he'll be 7 this year, 6 or 7. And he truly helped me with go in life. A lot of struggles. My granddaughter's father, my son, passed away, and it was just a very difficult time. And on the 1-year anniversary of my son's passing, we adopted Scruffy, and he brought me back to life. So I knew when I pulled that prompt, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to journal about Scruffy. So I have a picture that I have to print out for this day, Friday the 28th. But you can see I put that magazine clipping across both sides and then did some journaling right over the top about what happened on this day. And this piece of paper is loose because I'm going to probably journal about what Scruffy means to me and how he helped me and then ultimately helped my granddaughter. So Scruffy is not my dog anymore. He's hers, but he became her therapy dog. And if you're interested, Scruffy has his own hashtag. It's Scruffy, aka Vern. Vern is what the shelter named him. And so we called him, okay, Vern, you're coming home with us. And then, anyway, he has a little following there on Instagram. So that was the last one. So let's see, butterflies, fold out, opposites, playing card, and your favorite animal. That's all the prompts for March. And so that brings me to, we just sewed in the April signature. So it's time to pull some prompts for April. And this is very nerve-wracking because some of these in here, I had like, I don't know, 500. I don't even know. Way too many. But some of these, I don't even know what to do for. So we'll see. Let's see. Journal card. Okay, that's not so bad. I am not peeking, I promise. Prompt word transformation. There's one of them that I do not know what to do for. If you have an idea, let me know. What's this one? It fell out. The view from here. Okay, another interesting one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more. Circle, okay. And you know what? I don't use a lot of circles in my journal, so that's going to be a challenge as well. And let's see if I can get a better one here. Contrast. Oof. There's the 5. It's probably a glare. I don't know if that's any better. Oh my. I just don't even know what to say on these. Let's see if I can make them show up a little better. No, that's going to have a glare too. Well, oh my. Journal card, circle. Ah, they're flying all over the place. Contrast, prompt word, transformation. I don't even remember when I printed these out, where they came from or anything. So if you're watching and you know this is you, give me an idea. Because the prompts so far have been pretty decent. I think February's were like, oh, this is great. Yes, this is perfect for February. Like one was significant other, the color red was another. These are tough. So ideas are welcome. All right, folks. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your week. Thank you for following me. And I will see you next time. Have a good evening.